In this session we're going to start looking at the sentence. I'm going to oversimplify things, but then we'll build them up in later sessions. But don't be tempted to skip this session, even though it is so basic. Now, academics will talk about sentence structure, and they use all kinds of jargon, all of which has got its place. But remember I said that I'd show you how to drive the car without teaching you how to strip down the engine. So let's keep it simple. We can think of a sentence as just a package of words with what is obviously a beginning and what is obviously an end. Now, until recently, there have been all kinds of rules about the words themselves, but grammar is no longer as strictly applied as it used to be. Outside academia and heavyweight journals, things have relaxed enormously, and the way people write is now much more like the way they speak. And this is especially true in marketing and in sales. So the good news is you already use sentences. Whenever you speak, you just do it instinctively. Our first strategy then is to use punctuation to just mimic the way we speak. And we're going to do that first of all using just two pieces of punctuation, capital letters and what the Americans call a period. In the UK we call it a full stop. Let's actually do something now, something that I think will really drive the point home. We're going to try reading a very brief piece of text that has no punctuation, and we'll see how difficult it can be in the absence of punctuation to read it as we would say it. Here goes. You really need to take a vacation, my wife and I. Now, you really need to take a vacation. My wife and I are going to Paris last year. My wife and I are going to Paris. Last year we spent a week in Rome. I give up. Let's try the same piece but with punctuation. Each sentence starting with a capital letter, ending with a period. You really need to take a vacation. My wife and I are going to Paris. Last year we spent a week in Rome. Rome was fantastic. The weather was incredible. It was non-stop sun. I do hope Paris will be the same. Those were very short sentences, but they made the point. Just using two elements of punctuation, capitals at the beginning of a sentence, full stops at the end, makes the written word clearer, and it makes it so much easier to read. In our next session, we're going to expand our punctuation toolset beyond capital letters and full stops. But first of all, though, let me just leave something with you. An English professor wrote this on the whiteboard, and he asked his students to punctuate it correctly. All the males in the class wrote, "A woman without her man is nothing." All the females in the class wrote, "A woman without her man is nothing." Punctuation is powerful.